that our Brumbies are here.
This gorgeous lady.
Oh yeah, he's really limping. He's not even putting weight on that foot. What's happened, mate? Way up, way up. Some water into him.
That's stiff too.
Sprained it or something maybe?
Sprained.
Because he was running around with those horses next door yesterday, wasn't he? So Rocco's recovering in our newly built horse yards for the Brumbies. So this is how our Brumby challenge begins. You right, Betty? You right, Rocco? You right, Jazzy? Australian Brumby is in trouble. A supposed population explosion has caused a culture war over Australia's wild horse. Accusations of overgrazing, trampling of parklands and riverbanks calls for our help to rehome these beautiful Brumbies rather than to continue to allow them to be culled. Horse lovers argue that it's the gold mining and industry driving the horses out and ruining the parklands. Australian Government Parklands and Wildlife are rounding them up, and those not rehomed are taken to slaughter. Previously they were shot from choppers and left for dead. Our hope is to take on the wild horses and start them under saddle to help rehome them rather than see our heritage destroyed. The Brumby is a sound, sturdy horse with a very mild manner, perfect for children and new riders. Stay tuned as our Brumby bailout begins. Preparations start, and we have undertaken a huge task. Parks and Wildlife require 1.8 metre fencing, and we need to make drinking and feeding vessels as well. So here's how we did it, living off grid. That's load number 1 done. Back to get the rake and clean up for load number 2. You can see there's a lot more cleaning up to do. This whole area here will be the round arena area where most of the training will occur, and these yards here will come out just a little bit further. They will be 6 by 12 metre yards, and they will join on through a set of gates into the round yard here. So a lot of cleaning up to do. There's a lot of debris on the ground from these trees. So here's my round yard behind me, or soon to be. So it's in with the rake to get it nice and smooth. So I'm not thinking about where I'm putting my feet. The horse isn't worried about where they're putting their feet, and we can get in there and do some work together. So we'll be using what is called 4BP training, which is 4 Brumby protection training, developed by a very clever man whose link I'll put below so you can follow along in his videos. As we pass the horses on once they're under saddle, we'll be sharing this information with the new purchaser so they can follow along with their ponies in a way that they'll respond best. Fantastic training method. It gets them under saddle in about 30 hours, would you believe, and they are really forming a partnership with these horses. You can probably hear Rob in the background. He's busy doing the slashing. So I thought I'd get busy and make a start on these round yards because it's not too long before we'll start our Brumby bailout. First 2 horses who we've already purchased is Echo, who is a 10-year-old mare who is a lead mare of this particular herd. She is very high-spirited and just has that beautiful look in her eye that when that moment comes that she trusts us, it's going to be just one of those special moments in life that you never forget. The second little boy is called Coringo. He's 5 years old. He was a stallion until he went to Clearview Mountain Rescue, and now he's a gelded little boy, and he's about 14 hands, or up and coming to 14 hands, and he will be our first little one to get under saddle and see off to a brand new beautiful home, probably to a nice little child. He'll be a beautiful child's pony, And Echo, we'll see how she goes. She might stay on our property as my riding horse, or she may sell on also to probably someone who's intermediate perhaps, because she is so high spirited. However, I do think that that will calm down and she'll be a beautiful riding pony, and with that look in her eye I'm not sure I'm going to be able to part with Echo, but we'll see how she goes. She may be number 2 for us to rehome. The method that we'll be using is a very soft method. We don't use any ropes or hobbles, or we don't even put a halter on to start with. It's all free range, if that's a word for horses. Sounds like chooks. But it's all at liberty, and it's all about creating a partnership and trust with the horse till it gets to a point where the horse wants you to be around and allows you to hop on and ride, because it's just as fun for them as it is for you. So I'm really looking forward to sharing this method with you. All right, I've got my breath back. I'm going to get back to the raking. This will be the far end, coming down 3, 6, 9 metres and back that way 12 metres. And the round yard will be just through here. Just an extension on this side and that side of the existing yard. Obviously we have quite a few more posts to put in. All of these star pickets will come up, and we'll have posts the same as that one, and that one. This one will need to come out and be put over there. So first things first is clearing it up, and then we're off with Miss Massey and the quad to collect some more posts. Isn't that right, Maggie? Yeah. So we need to make sure this tree falls back this way. So we're creating an anchor. Nearly. Got it.
I learned that off Guilty Treason. He's a YouTuber.
Really?
Yeah, look him up.
Oh yeah, Guilty of Treason. I know the one you mean. He's good.
Awesome guy. Why don't we take it down from here at 6 foot, like a normal post?
Yeah.
And then this may integrate. Actually, it probably does integrate with the post.
Actually,
this can stay too.
So that can be a post. Great idea. Saves us putting one more in the ground.
And so sticking all this out.
Yeah. That branch there.
Yeah.
Has been hanging like that precariously since we moved here, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And yeah,
It's
only a matter of time, isn't it?
Yeah.
It was really swaying the other day when it was windy. So I'm excited to get this tree down. It's quite dangerous,
yeah,
and it's going to become quite useful. They're really big trees. He's going to start winching those straps back. Okay, he's going to put some tension on that chain now. Oh, it's got a good sway to it now. Alright, he's going to give it a tug. Oh, it's cracking. Oh, it might just come. Holy shit! Ah, Nate! That was right where I was standing. Far out. I was standing right there. I was standing right there. Holy shit. He was going to land over there.
No, here.
No, you said
Exactly
going that way where the tractor is.
No.
Stop shaking long enough to take this shot, but it's pretty rotten.
I'm glad I got a roll bar on the tractor.
You weren't the one who needed a roll bar. My hat fell off me 3 good running steps behind me, and it was under the tree. We have several posts to source, erect, and fencing panels to attach. We have at least 2 to 3 days work ahead of us to get these brumby yards ready. Sure, there's a couple of good posts there. Keeping them in line, are you, Tilly? Here's our 6 metre mark from the edge of the shed, so it'll be 9 metres this way. That shed's 3 metres.
Did I get you to clear some of that sand?
Betty's come to have a look. What are we doing, Betty? To your cattle yards, eh? Moffat's shed.
Betty's not a scratching post. Oh, maybe it is. You got itchy eyes. She got itchy-itis, baby. You want to name that farmer girl? Yeah. I don't, you do. Oh, watch the building. My building's solid, alright. It don't matter. It don't matter. It's funny how when you have a desire, a dream, a desire that's big enough to actually bring it into reality.
But it is. What do you reckon, Betty?
There when the sun goes down, we could walk this autumn town, find a place to be alone.
So we've just stolen from Peter to pay Paul. Put some iron up around this pumpkin patch and reclaimed these panels for the horse yard, which is coming along well. Yeah.
Dig. Don't speak, dig.
Nowhere else we need to be, just you and me.
Pretty happy this is done. We've got one more post and a gate to put up. And we're ready for Echo and Karingo. Woo, woo, woo.
For we have just each other, everything will be fine. Just hold on.
Who'd have thought getting bark off a post to be so much hard work? You like it in there, Jazzy? looking good. And the round yard is up. Our amazing neighbours Ben and Michaeline come through again. They've loaned us these cattle yards until our post comes through from our mechanic friend. Thanks guys. With the requirements from Parks and Wildlife, we wouldn't have been able to take the Brumbies into our possession with our 1.4 metre fencing. This round yard is above the required 1.8 for initial holding of wild Brumbies until they've been handled.
Hold on to moments that we've shared. Hold on if all we have is just each other.
Beautiful big tree inside of the yard.
Just hold on.
Lots of shade. And an adjoining round yard.
What else you do on a really hot day? Yeah. You know what? It's about the right size.
So we're here milking Betty, and we've just had a call from Clearview Brumby Rescue that our Brumbies are here. They've missed our driveway and they're on their way back down, so we need to get this cow milked.
What is it, Betty? Betty wants to know what's going on. Where's it, Betty? Where's it, Betty? I think I'm going to put her next door. Come on then. Come on. Come on. Oh, do you need a hand?
It should be right. If all the electricity is working and all that, it'll be good.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a bit modern, isn't it? Well, they're off.
Just saying.
What did you say? They haven't got the mic on.
I said normally they're a little bit more graceful than that.
Yeah. Probably pleased to get off the truck.
Oh, she hasn't been on there long enough to worry for that. She's just being echoed. This is your health records, okay? So there's their microchip numbers, alright? Okay, their ages, or estimate ages, which is pretty accurate for them. And, you know, like when the geldings were done and you know, what they've been sprayed with and pellets and stuff like that. So that's all there, that's in that. Is that all good, Maggie? Is she right with that? Maggie's very, yeah, she is. She was in there having a good go at the checking everything out in the briefcase. Right, so this is for you now to fill out. Okay, so this is New South Wales Parks. There's agreement thing. Alright, so you just put your name, your signature, your address,
They seem pretty.
Safe and well?
Yeah, they all seem pretty calm.
Yeah. Now, when I go forward, I'm just going to need you to block up the
Yeah,
gateway because
definitely.
we don't need them running free.
Not yet.
No.
All right.
Actually, they've settled quite well. That's
Karango's discovered the salt lick. It's more than a salt lick, isn't it? Vitamins and minerals and supplement lick. The three amigos. Knows what a bucket is. Oh. That's different. What's in there?
Bran and corn and honey.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they are just going to get high as a kite. Probably more than they've ever had.
Bit of a taste sensation too, eh?
Yeah. It's like crack cocaine for them.
Yeah. No, I like it. In all, the Brumbies, Echo and Karango are settled, and they seem to like it in their new large shady yard. They were being held in pens similar to our round yard before for a period of time until someone was ready to take them on.
Nick's got something to say and it's really important to listen.
So we're out collecting hay for the horses. We found that once the hay was back in stock, the price had gone up quite a lot. So
it's ridiculous. It's $22.50 a bale.
yeah, so
That's $22.50 a bale. And how long does a bale last?
a day. So we're looking at over $100 a week, well over $100 a week, 150, to keep these horses fed while they're in training. So we're going back to slashing again and collecting the grass. We've had a lot of rain and the grass is looking fantastic, which is another reason why we need to get this second shed finished next to Mocca's shed.
Yeah, because the tub that you're looking at right now is the only place that we've got to store the hay. So we want to put it in a nice dry store away from the animals, because Betty's having to stay in the other paddock. She's on her own, she's lonely, simply because we need to store the hay outside. So it's just not good enough.
No, it's not. So collecting hay,
Yep,
building a shed,
yep.
getting these guys trained so they can get out and pick their own grass.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Wouldn't it, hey?
Yeah.
So we're cutting the grass, picking the grass up, transporting the grass, laying the grass down, letting it dry out, and then feeding it to them. And then they're pooing it out, and we put the poo in the garden. Whereas if we just let them out, they can feed themselves.
Feels like Mocca all over again.
Oh,
Milk the
yeah.
cow, feed the calf. Just get the calf on the cow. Another point with that is that we have a really nice new neighbour and friend who has a huge property like us. And he slashes and likes to get his grass picked up, and he's also an avid gardener, and he's going to be coming on the show to help us out with our new garden planning. But while we're using his hay to feed the horses, whatever's coming out the back end is going back into his garden. So it's a really great reciprocal little deal we've got going on there with him.
Yeah. All right, so without further ado,
let's go get some hay.
Okay.
So establishing ourselves off-grid requires a really tight budget to begin with. Cutting our own hay and the occasional butchering of roadkill for dog food are some of the things that we do to stick to our budget. Oh, that's nice. Hey? Nice, Karango. Hey, Echo, want some? Come on, girl. It's okay. You'll eat it, won't you, mate? So this is the commencement of our 4BP training. We have high hopes and an eager anticipation. By the way, Tilly. Tilly. Hop out. Out. So this bottleneck tie-back gate is where an escape is about to happen. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Well done. So step 1 of the 4BP training is getting your wild horse at liberty to face you and look you in the eye. Now this creates trust and a connection. All right, I'm going to do a little bit of work with Karango today. Hey mate, how you doing? Out. Face up. Oh, what a good boy. Face up. Good boy. Face up. Oh, you're a good boy. Yeah. Here's Joe Hughes, the creator of 4BP, demonstrating the initial face-up procedure.
Face up, face up. Good man. So he's given me those two good eyes, and so I just look down and back away. Come to a better position or a different position. He's inquisitive and he doesn't really care. Face up. See, he's not looking at two eyes. Face up. Bang.
It's all about eye contact. Hey, making a connection. It's kind of looking over my shoulder then. Let's see if we can get his eyes. That's better. Good boy. Give him a release. Board already. Let's wipe it up a bit. Good boy. Come on. That's better. Spending time hanging out with the Brumbies helps to desensitise them to humans. They haven't seen humans before. We spend as much time as we can doing this as well. I stand with Echo when she eats. Echo is particularly flighty, and so her training is taking a much slower process than Karango. Hey Maggie. Jazzy. Hello darling. Hello. And in all, it takes up a lot of our time between training, desensitising, collecting and feeding the hay, mucking out the yards and Rocco's stable where he's recovering from his foot injury. All of these things take up a lot of our time, which we really didn't anticipate how much time it would take up. We still have a farm to run, other animals to spend time with, a YouTube channel to create, right? But the rewards are huge. Yeah. And what a glorious place to work. Karango's responding really well. He's moved through several 4BP stages. Now at liberty, able to be touched all over, rump and legs included. How amazing is that? This boy has never had a rope around his neck. He still doesn't want his face touched, which is fine. Many horses are like that. So this will be our next step to desensitise him around his face, and then a lead rope and eventually a saddle. So he's doing really, really well. Echo, on the other hand, is still snorting in the round yard because she's very flighty and very fight and flight focused horse, and because she's in foal, we've backed off and we'll continue with her after the foal is born. We'll just spend time with her as much as we can, so we're not causing her any more stress than is necessary. Well, the ponies have found their way out. This will be interesting. They seem pretty chilled. Happy to be eating some grass, that's for sure. Made them up a small feed. Karango's come straight back through. Echo's on her way back through. I think it's going to be okay. Well, they're back in. But it wasn't a very good scenario. Karango got himself caught up in the electric tape and jumped back in here, and Echo promptly followed. So we have a broken fence, and we're going to have to sacrifice some house timber to get these rails up.
Nothing like a blunt saw, is there?
Blunt, yeah.
This autumn town, find a place to be alone. Look into your rock it, there's another sky. Fall into each other's arms. Nowhere else we need to be. Just you and me.
You just had to push it, didn't you?
Hold on, if all we have is just each other, everything will be fine. Just hold on.
So the horses are safely contained during this building process, getting these rails up so we don't have any other mishaps with horses, I won't say escaping, but re-entering.
Imagine if it was too big now.
So it's a massive endeavour building a set of yards from your own land, felling dead trees, cutting them to measure, erecting them and fitting rails in the Australian heat. It's a challenge and it's heavy work. But the commitment's been made and we have no choice but to push on. Brumbies are very hardy. They say that a Brumby will live on the smell of an oily rag. Their temperament's quiet and they're easygoing. They've got hard feet, so they're really easy to keep as a pet and a trusted companion and riding pony. They generally grow to around 13 to 14 hands, which makes them an ideal riding pony for a child or small woman. Other pony breeds can be quite temperamental, such as the Shetland or Welsh Mountain Pony. So to have a Brumby trained under saddle is a sensible alternative for Australian kids to enjoy a trusty steed and a best friend. They're really worth all the effort, and we hope to make these ponies and some children very happy. Maggie will never change. We hope.
Go get him. Go get him. Go get him. Come on, we'll get in.
We can't wait to take the horses in the creek with the dogs on a day like this. So both chainsaws have packed it in, and we're left with the painstaking job of using old school tools, including hammer and chisel.
It's all a struggle.
Just one thing after another, isn't it? The school saw is running from a generator, and at times this was really tedious work, and it all took its toll.
Oh, through, I can see the centre.
See daylight. Come on, I'll buy you a jug of beer.
Beer?
Yay!
They're going to think I set that up and I didn't. Take it off, cut it, put it on, mark it, take it off, cut it, put it on, mark it, take it off, cut it. Ready? You right, love?
It's getting heavier each time.
Yep. Did you just let one go? Did you just pop off?
But you know what? Working together is always rewarding, and there always seems to be something to laugh at, and we always seem to make it fun.
We could walk this all the time. Find a place to
How much?
be alone.
Whoa.
Sauce, like as well.
We could dance under the stars.
Let's just roll off.
Fall into
1, 2, 3.
each other's arms.
You know, making do with what we have here off-grid is what we do, and I find that being resourceful is really quite rewarding.
We can lose this love, so hold on to what we know we have. Hold on to moments that we've shared. Hold on if all we have is just each other. Everything will be fine. Just hold on. Then the night turned into day.
Ready?
Now I was thinking you should stay.
Good.
Memories for our house to hold. We'll carry till we gray and old. So hold on to what we know we have. Hold on to moments that we've shared. Hold on if all we have is just each other. Everything will be fine. Just hold on.
You knocked me out with it.
Sorry.
Just hold on.
You're just swinging on it.
This is me and the poster.
1, 2, 7.
So that's it till we get some wire. Is that a little cow cookie trick?
Yeah. Is it happening?
Yeah, it's tightening up.
There you go. Oh yes. Cow cookie strainer.
at those pumpkins. That's the pig planted pumpkins. Aren't they amazing? Here's our fencing we've done in the last 2 days since these guys escaped. Happy with that. Good and solid fencing now. And Karango won't be far off getting a saddle on. Willy Maggie. Good night, lovey. Night, Jazzy. Good night, Karango. Rob's off to feed the chooks. There they go. I'm a fair way away, so hopefully this zoom is okay for you guys, but Betty's down there eating the sweet potatoes for the pigs, getting into the 44-gallon drums. Oh, they're all on the rail there. I guess they're all getting ready to fly up. Now they've found our new top rails, the stopping place to go up to perch. That's nice. Others are looking up. Oh, it's gone up. Up he goes. Tilly's interested. Up he goes. One more to go up, Tilly, and then there's this one here in the beautiful sunset. Look at that. Up you go, little one. Up he goes. He's going. Yay! Up he goes. One more. Down the end there. And our beautiful post and rail yard. Up we go. Come on. There he goes. Whoa, he went really high. So now Karango's finished. He's going to go and see what Echo's left behind. Look at their colouring since they've been having the copra. The black on her legs are just going up, 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 up. And she's starting to get a few dapples, I've noticed.
Really?
Yeah, on her side. And he has gone from very, very yellow to a really beautiful, coming into a red bay. Hello there. Are you hungry?
That's great.
Hello. Come on then. Hey. I hope you've enjoyed this video. We have so much more footage of training the brumbies and getting ready for the brumbies and what it takes to keep and train a brumby, and they will be coming in later videos, but for now we just wanted to give you an overview of what's been going on. So we've still got rails to do in this corner. We've done here, here, still working on here because we need a new chainsaw chain and some wire to wire the top rails on. Wire this panelling back to the framework. Done here. Rocco's out and about again after being stabled for 3 months with his foot. Not much of a limp left there, so that's good. And we've done the end there, which is temporary because this shed is being extended all the way out to the end. And so we've got a 4-metre rail to go there. And we'll be done, but as long as they don't have anything to upset them. The issue wasn't with banging into the fences to get out. The issue was that they managed to get the gate open because I had it tied over there on the working round yard. They managed to slip through, and the chaos was when Karango hit the live tape, got a huge fright and tried to jump back in. Well, did jump back in straight through this panel, and Echo followed him, which was quite scary because it could have been grave injuries, but thankfully no one was hurt. But it did show us that we needed to get this done ASAP, so we've done everything we can for now. Just waiting 2 or 3 days for the chainsaw chain to come through and the wire. Living off grid, you can't just run down the corner shop and grab things, so we're just keeping them calm. We've put this panelling up on this side to stop them going through there. They've got the garden there. So yeah, definitely still need to get that corner done ASAP. But keep them fed, keep them quiet until we get it all done. Happy to see Rocco out on the grass though, that's awesome. Hopefully it won't be long till you two scallywags are out on the grass. Karango's close. His handling is going really well, all over his body, down his legs. Echo being heavily in foal, we don't really want to stir her up too much. So we're just backing off on her for now, and we'll start again once she foals. I want to keep her as calm as possible. It's better for her. And very soon they'll both be out on the grass. You'll be happy about that, won't you?